A very good evening. You're watching Mirror Metro with me, Raksha Bihani. Let us take you through this interesting story, which is the top story we're tracking here right now. What happens when you blur the lines between real life and real life? Well, you get actor turned politician Pawan Kalyan. He is one of the biggest stars in the Telugu film industry and also the president of the JSP or the Jana Sena Party. But right now, he's in a spot of bother. Now, Pawan Kalyan unveiled a special campaign vehicle earlier this week. He calls it the Varahi. As you can see, it's not just any normal vehicle. Visuals should be on your screen soon. It's an olive green armored truck. Looks a lot like the ones used by the Indian Army. And that's why Pawan Kalyan is facing flak. Now, the truth was apparently that the truck is modified and requirements, and reports say that it is fitted with CCTV cameras, lights and speakers. It was unveiled in a movie-style video with the caption, "Varahi is ready for election." But right now, it looks like Varahi has rolled right into trouble. Well, YSR Congress leaders have lashed out at Pawan Kalyan for using the army's colors, and Andhra Pradesh's additional transport commissioner has also raised his objection. He said that olive green cannot be used for any private vehicle except for army personnel. And for the record, this isn't the first time that Pawan Kalyan has raised eyebrows. Last month, his entourage was filmed zooming through the highway with dozens of supporters hanging from the sides. Well, so this is what has landed Pawan Kalyan into a bit of he is in a bit of a pickle. And to discuss this further, I'm joined by Bolisetti, State General Secretary, Jana Sena Party, and Hafiz Khan, YSR CP MLA. So first, I'm going to go to Mr. Bolisetti. Sir, thank you for joining me on Mirror Metro. Wanted to ask you that what is the side of this story where an olive green colored truck, which we all know is the color for the army personnel vehicles, was chosen for this particular vehicle just ahead of elections?
Shreya, thank you for inviting me on this discussion, because we need to clear it from the party side also, why we have chosen this and what is the reason behind it. See, basically, if somebody raises an objection, they should have some sort of credibility to raise the objection. This YCP party or the leaders who have raised the objection so far, or no, see, they have used the party flag colors on the Panchayat Raj buildings, on the water tanks constructed by panchayats and the public money, and all these things, they have used the colors and spent 1,200 crores. And after the High Court said remove it, they spent another 1,200 crores. They are accused of using colors for a wrong purpose. And that is the story of YCP. Today, why they are objecting it is they are already in fear, severe fear, because whenever Mr. Pawan Kalyan movies comes, the ticket rate is only 50 rupees. Other tickets, they can sell it for 300 rupees. All these impositions, all Section 30 of Police Act or 144 is only for us. If we want to conduct a meeting, no permission. If YCP wants to conduct a meeting, there is permission like that. See, Pawan Kalyanji has actually started his party to bring back the normalcy, restore the democracy which is dented in Andhra Pradesh. See, the basic problem here is we have no democracy in our state. And I'm sorry to say that, because these people are arresting all the people who are raising any objections. Today, who is supposed to raise the objection and ban on this vehicle color? When it's gone for registration, then there should have been objection. And they don't know the difference between the traitor and a patriot. And Pawan Kalyanji, who has donated Indian Army 1 crore rupees, no other politician in the country did this so far. And Pawan Kalyan has the highest respect and honor for the army. That is the reason he is wearing the color, even if he wears the color shade. And the party's name is Janasena, is People's Army. His party's name itself, our army, to fight against the corrupt people and against the criminals. So we are on this. And when Pawan Kalyan, you have shown just now on the screen that Pawan Kalyan is sitting on top of a vehicle and going, why did he do that? He has been harassed. I've been booked. Even I am accused number 2 of an attempt of a lady minister. I was not even there, because this is whims and fancies of YCP. And we want to teach them a lesson. And we want to teach them a lesson using all the methods, because we need to violate certain times, we violate. The reason is these people are not up to the mark. Can they answer why did they use the party colors on the panchayat buildings and spend 1,200 crores of public money? This is Pawan Kalyan's own money. He has not spent money from the public to paint his color or something. And these people have no right to question him. And these people are accused of several things. And they're all criminals. You know, if you look at the list of the people, 100 out of 151, 101 are having criminal cases. And some of them are having many charges, including the chief
No, but
minister.
Mr. Bolisetti, yes. But if we stick to this current topic at hand, then it is the criminality is not anything.
One last thing I want to submit.
Sir, please go ahead. Yes, please.
Deputy Collector, Commissioner has ordered not to use this color on the vehicles from 31st of July till 17th of September. There is an order restriction on the color because the antisocial elements are moving in the country, in the state, in Punjab, using the military color to escape from there. It's not an ordinary vehicle, it's a different vehicle. A person who donated army 1 crore using the army color, let the army have an objection, the central act has an objection, the state has no authority, our state has no provision to say that we will not object. Basically, they say it is similar to military, so don't use it. They can raise the objection, but we will get the clearance from the defense if it is needed, defense minister. Because when this man is doing so much for the country and so much for the army, and he will be privileged to use it. Actually, he uses army dress also when he goes into this thing. You know, these people are worried. You know, so many other problems are there.
Right,
Why
Mr. Bolisetti, yes, I have allowed you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have to also speak to Mr. Khan and have him come in. But Mr. Bolisetti is claiming, Mr. Khan, that of course, Mr. Kalyan is somebody who respects the army like all of us other citizens in this country. But the problem is that this is already mentioned in the Central Vehicle Act that the olive green color is a color that just cannot be used for any private vehicle. Now, why this matter was not raised while the vehicle was being registered is a separate topic and we can come to that later. But however, having said that, just because Mr. Kalyan is giving his personal money or, as assistance to the army does not justify that he goes ahead or gets the idea that he could do anything which is against the law, which is against something that's already been mentioned in the Central Vehicle Act, that no olive green color vehicle can ply on the road unless it's an army personnel vehicle. Mr. Khan, if you would want to come in on this.
Good evening, Raksha, and good evening to Mr. Bolisetti as well. Thank you for inviting us for this discussion. Let me tell you, Raksha, in Indian Constitution and in Indian legal framework, every citizen has to follow the law of the land. The government has kept a Motor Vehicle Act in which you cannot use olive green color for your own private purposes. Olive green color symbolizes our military. It is for war against enemies, for war against our opponents who are trying to de-establish us. In civil society, with this kind of army kind of a vehicle, I don't know what kind of a message Mr. Pawan Kalyan wants to give. And this is not the first time that he is doing something like this to hog media limelight and to create some kind of a social media gimmick. But let me tell you, a sane person, a sensible person, a right-minded, steady-minded politician with clear thoughts, can he ride on top of a car? What kind of a message he is trying to give to the civil society? What kind of a message he is giving to the youngsters who follow him because of his cinematic hero personality that he has got on screen? What if our youngsters do the same thing and run into some accidents? What if everyone starts doing that? Then what will be the situation in the civil society? And this is not the first time that he has done this kind of stunts. He feels that he needs to come out of his cinematic role. It is a real life. You have to be serious. You have to be serious about public issues, people's issues, state's development. It's not about cinema anymore if he wants to be in real-time politics. If you see, How can a sane person take out his slipper and show the slipper to his political opponents? Okay, there
I
could
need
be
to understand.
allegations, there could be counter allegations, but can a sane person show a slipper and threaten and abuse the party which is in power, which has got the people's mandate? I will tell you one more scenario. Once Deccan Chronicle, an English paper, they have written something about him or his family. He took his licensed revolver and went on to the English daily newspaper's office. Let me tell you, this is not one incident or two incidents. Let me tell you the way he talks on the stage, the way he shakes his head, the way he acts, the way he shows his anger, the way he shows his frustration. I mean, no sane leader would like to behave like that. There are some serious issues with him. Mr. Bolisetti was saying that he has a lot of respect for military people, and they are trying to target the YSR Congress party, which is in the power. For what reason? Do they really want to establish their party? I want to clearly ask. Do they have MLA candidates in their constituencies? Have they created a political cadre in each and every constituency? No. They have not contested in 2014 elections. He only supported Telugu Desam party to come into power. In 2019, whatever he did was on behalf of Chandrababu Naidu sir's say, but he never built the party's organization, nor he was able to win even one single
We'll
seat.
just, Mr. Khan, yes.
Even though he has
We
fought
just
in
want
two
to
seats.
stick to this campaign vehicle. We
sorry?
want to stick to this campaign vehicle conversation that we're trying to have, and we're
you
trying
have
to stick to
understand
this
the background
campus
of this
vehicle
leader who is not
conversation.
sane. You have to understand the background of the leader who is
Absolutely.
not sane.
No, we've
How can
heard
a
you.
person
We've
take out
heard
his
you, Mr.
revolver and
Khan.
go to an
I
English
want to
daily
ask.
of-
We've heard you, Mr. Khan. I want to quickly ask one question to Mr. Bolisetti, which is whether this vehicle is registered or not. Because as per the Central Vehicles Act, if a vehicle goes for registration, we do not see a number plate on this vehicle in the photos that are floating on social media or in the video. I want to ask you, if this vehicle goes for registration, first of all, the photos were posted by Mr. Kalyan before getting it registered. If it would have gone for registration, an olive green color vehicle would have probably not gotten the registration at all. Second thing,
Agreed.
even the dimensions of this vehicle is something that is controversial. It could have been a goods vehicle, cannot be converted into a transport vehicle, and we don't know what he's trying to do with this campaign vehicle. Of course, there's an elaborate video that has been shot, photos that have been posted, but is this vehicle registered, and what was the need to then post photos and videos of it before getting it registered? Just last comments from Bolisetti, please.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, Raksha, just want to answer one small question raised by him, because showing chapel is a wrong thing, but that is what actually the present chief minister, while in opposition, said. If anybody is doing something wrong, show the chapel and also the broomsticks. That's what he said, and we are showing it because he is doing everything wrong, number one. Number two, this vehicle has not gone in for registration yet, and they're scared because you remember the famous dialogue in Sholay, "Show John, I thought Gabbar Singh aa jayega." Gabbar Singh is a movie of Pawan Kalyan. These people are scared because the thing is, if any authority objects, we know how to answer and what to answer. These are the people who are scared before. In these movie tickets are half the price, not half the price, one third the price, and all other movies can be sold at 300 rupees premium. But a high budget movie also should be shown at a lowest price, because the minister of cinematography wanted people to enjoy the entertainment at a cheaper rate. Why not for other actors? Other actors is okay. See, these people are using the law indiscriminately. And Pawan Kalyan, he said, where are the MLAs? MLAs will come from the people, ordinary people will become MLAs. And also for CM, you need not be a murderer of the uncle or backstabber of the father-in-law. Okay, you will find a person who is honest, dedicated to the society. He is coming out. A clean chief minister, Andhra Pradesh is going to see, is my answer. And this vehicle is not registered. And if the registration authority has any objection, we will clarify that. Thank you.
Raksha.
Okay, Mr. Bolisetti and Mr. Khan, thank you so much for joining
Raksha, let me...
me on this chat. We have heard... we're a little over time, but we've heard both of you, and we will move on to the next story. Thank you so much for your time.